Hi guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, welcome. My name is Femke and in today's video I'm going to unbox and swatch beautiful polishes by a new brand, or at least new brand to me I have to say, which is called PJR Care. So I got a ton of their polishes. I've got a non-acetone nail polish remover as well. The scent of this one is divine. It is so nice, and of course at the back you can see how it works and so on, the ingredients and all that jazz. I just want to put out there that this brand is actually a Dutch brand, which I love because you know I am a Dutchie. And I just love supporting Dutch companies, brands and so on, especially during this pandemic that's going on. We even had some extra restrictions as well, which is going to take a hard toll on a lot of people. So yeah, I just wanted to put it out there that if you can support local businesses, definitely do so. But back to this beautiful brand, because as I mentioned, it is Dutch. I was already quite intrigued. I really wanted to try it out. So I want to say a big thank you to my contact from this brand that actually sent out an email to me asking if I wanted to try some of their products. And of course, as the nail addict, junkie, enthusiast, nail hoarder, I can say, I was really looking forward to try it out. But yeah, here you can see me already unboxing the other products that I got. I also got a base and a top coat and some nail and cuticle oil as well. But if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you would like to do so and hit that notification bell as well if you want to be noted every time I upload a new video, which is at least 3 times a week. But yeah, welcome to the family if you are new and just subscribe, by the way. But yeah, let's continue with the beautiful colored nail polishes that I received. They are from a couple of different collections that PJR Care actually has. I'm not quite sure how all of the different collections are named, but you can definitely check them out for yourself. I will leave the link to their web store down below in the description box, as well as the pinned comments, if you're curious to see more about these colors, like what kind of ingredients are in there and stuff like that. And of course they have a ton more different polishes that I also can't wait to try out, because after swatching these I am really impressed. You can actually tell, or at least I could tell, that after using their products and just trying them out, wearing them for like a week or like 1.5 weeks, that there actually is a lot of like thought and care and just energy and effort put into this brand and their colors. And I think that their collections, or at least the colors that I have seen so far, can attract a really broad range of people. Like there are a lot of different finishes, colors and so on. So there's something for everyone out there. But yeah, let's just swatch all of these colors. I am going to remove my nail polish first. And of course I am going to use that no acetone one. And that scent, like as I mentioned earlier in this video, the scent of that remover is so nice. Like usually nail polish removers don't really have a nice scent. They might be a little irritating actually, if you have to work with that a lot, especially if you're like me and you have to use a lot of remover, especially when recording videos, of course. So yeah, I really love the fact that there is a nice scent to this one, and the scent actually lingers on your fingers for quite a long time as well, which is something that I also really like because it is such a nice scent. But yeah, I am of course going to use their base coat before I'm going in with the colored polishes, just to make sure that they have a nice base that they can adhere to, stick to, and make sure we have a nice smooth application. Because as you can see on some of my fingernails, I actually have some ridges. That is totally normal if you are like me and have natural nails as well. This is actually the hand I never wear any gel polishes on. I think I've only had nail polishes on this particular hand for I'd say like 3, maybe 4 times max, and that was just every time I went on like a 3 or 4 week holiday and I didn't want to bring a lot of nail stuff. So yeah, like the nails I have right now, like the new growth, has never been touched by any other product than a regular nail polish. So yeah, Having ridges in your natural nails or even some dents because of some damages, that is totally normal and totally fine. And the base coat actually worked really well, and it dried really quickly as well, which is something that I love. But let's go on with the first polish. This one is called Enjoy Life. And it is such a gorgeous shade. Like, now I'm doing this voiceover, I'm actually looking at the bottle while also looking at the screen and doing the voiceover. Like, I'm a woman, I can multitask like a boss. But this color is so beautiful and so sparkly. The only downside is that it definitely needs a couple layers to get it somewhat more opaque. This is more of like a jelly formula, but still with decent color payoff, if you know what I mean. Like, usually if you have a sheer polish, you don't really have a lot of color payoff, but this is more of like a jelly with a lot of pigments in it. So it is still quite sheer and see-through, but there is a lot of color and especially shimmer. Just look at that, it is beautiful. I see a lot of like pink shimmers in there, some bluish purple shimmer as well. I think it's a very festive color, but can definitely be worn any time of year, to be honest. I don't feel like it is super Christmassy or something like that. It is just a very nice color. Yeah, so I am going to apply a second, and I think I have also applied a third layer of this color as well, because if you've been hanging around with me for a longer period of time here at YouTube or Instagram for that matter, you know that I prefer a more opaque finish and just evenness of the entire manicure. And my smile line, like my natural smile line, is still pretty much peeking through this first coat. A little bit too much to my personal liking, but hey, let's just add a second coat and add some more of that beautiful shimmer. This color, I would definitely say it is a pink or a reddish pink. It isn't a true like classic red or anything like that, and of course it can definitely depend on your skin tone, your undertone like of your skin, whether you're neutral, warm, or like a cooler undertone skin type. It can definitely depend on that, how the color will look on you. I have more of like a cooler undertone towards like a neutral. I'm a little bit in between. And yes, some colors just make me look really, really pale. Other colors make me look really tan, even though I am very cool toned and pale. But some colors, especially if they're quite neutral, pretty much everyone can wear them, but of course it is always up to you to decide whether or not you want to wear a color and if you like it or not, because in the end it is just nail polish, and if you don't personally like it, you can always just remove it with some remover. It's as easy and simple as that. And if you like a color and someone else doesn't like it on you, just screw that. Wear it anyways, because these are your nails and you should be proud of them and wear whatever color you like. So yeah, that was just a little like side note rant I just wanted to put out there, because not everyone will love every color, and that's just the way it is. But you do you, girl or guy. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, what kind of like sexual preference you have. Like, it doesn't matter. You can wear whatever you want. And that's the end of my little rant. But yeah, this color is actually really stunning. Once again, I think it's very festive, but you can definitely wear it all year round. I have added 3 coats in total. I'd say it's like an 80% opaque, still not perfectly opaque, but I pretty much like it. And then of course you can add a top coat if you want to. I have, for the sake of this video, only applied it to that first color because I was recording this video for so long. I've spent like half an afternoon recording this video and just being really impressed with all of the colors. That is also why this is a bit of a longer video. I think it's like 25 minutes or something. After editing most, like anything that I could edit out, I have edited it out. But I really wanted to share with you guys how beautiful the polishes look and actually how opaque some colors are. Just like this second color I'm showing you right here. This one is called My Voice Matters, and this is more of like an orangey red. I feel like it's a little bit in between an orange red and a classic red, but it definitely has a little bit of like an orangey undertone to it, which is something that I love. I think it's really beautiful, but once again, some people might not like it depending what the undertone of their skin is. But yeah, definitely try it out. As I mentioned, just remove it if you don't like it and so on. But it definitely has a beautiful like golden shimmer to it, I have to say. I feel like it's kind of like a shimmer, but it could be seen as a glow as well, because it doesn't really have like a grittiness to the shimmer, if you know what I mean. But it definitely is a beautiful color. It is like 90% opaque on that first coat already, and for the sake of the video, like the length of it, I have just applied one coat to show you how crazy opaque this one is. It is so gorgeous. I really love it. Do make sure to wear a decent layer of base coat if you're going to use this one, because red tones like these can have the tendency of staining natural nails. So make sure that you have a little bit of like protection barrier onto your nails with a good base coat. Maybe even add a second layer of base coat to make sure you don't have any staining or discoloration to the natural nail plate. But other than that, it is a really, really gorgeous color, and I'm really impressed with how opaque this one is with just the first coat. As you can see here, it is almost completely opaque. Then the next color was also pretty much like, I was impressed with it. This one is called I Feel Joy, and the name of the polish kind of gives me like Christmassy vibes, but I don't feel like it is a super Christmassy color once again. But it definitely is a beautiful like golden coppery, like a very rich, deep, coppery, shimmery color, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like a metallic shade as well. I do feel like there is a lot of shimmer in here and almost like a grittiness of glitter, but not really glitter, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like hard to describe. I wouldn't say this is a full-on metallic color, because there is another color that I'm going to show you in a little bit later on in this video, which is more of like a metallic kind of finish, if you know what I mean. It's like a rose gold kind of metallic-y color, and it doesn't have the grittiness or the ultra gritty shimmeriness that this one has, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I'm like, my head is like filled with words how to describe it, and because English isn't my first language, it can be like a little messy in my head with what words can describe this best, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I really, really love this color. I think it's really beautiful. And once again, with that first coat, I am very much impressed. Like with colors like these, it's either hit or miss. Like it can be super opaque like this is, but it can be kind of like floppy as well and not opaque at all. So yeah, I really want to give a round of applause for this one. Once again, this one is called I Feel Joy, and yeah, it is a beautiful like coppery golden color. Then the next color was actually one that I was a little bit disappointed in, like not really like super disappointed, like I hate this polish, I'm never gonna wear it. It wasn't like that at all. But this one is called Follow Your Passion. And looking at the bottle, now I'm recording this once again, I'm holding each and every single bottle while talking about it. I really hoped it was more opaque, but I do feel like this is a beautiful kind of like a topper nail polish, or like a special effect glittery kind of like shimmery topper that would look beautiful on top of a black or a white or even a light pink, or actually any type of base color for that matter. I think it can add a really special like subtle touch to every kind of color of nail polish that you put underneath. But yeah, I just hoped it was a little bit more opaque. Personally, I just prefer my polishes to be quite opaque and still have like a nice formula as well. I have to mention that the formula of these polishes is actually quite nice. It isn't thick or clumpy or anything like that. It isn't super runny either. It is like right in between. It has like that magic spot of substancy or liquidy liquidness. How do you say that? I don't know. It just has a really nice substancy. It applies really nicely as well. And yeah, I'm actually applying the second layer of Follow Your Passion right here. It is quite buildable, but then again, it is still quite sheer as well. Like I can still see so much of my like natural smile line and my tips and everything like that peeking through, that I feel like I would appreciate this color more as a topper, like a shimmery topper as I mentioned, then I would see it as a full-on nail polish. But once again, these are just my opinions. If you think differently, do let me know in the comment section down below, because I love to hear your input and thoughts and feedback as well. Then the next color is actually called Happiness is a Choice, and this is that metallic kind of color that I mentioned a little earlier in the video. This one once again has amazing shimmer, is amazingly opaque, as you will see here in my swatch as well. I am so in love with this color. Of course, it is a pink, like I love my pink colors. I also pretty much love my metallic-y colors, and this one is pure metallic. Like you can see like the silver like shimmer in there, or like the silver metallic-y base. It is gorgeous. It definitely is a rosy, like a pinky rose gold in my opinion. Like some rose gold colors are more of like a peachy, a little bit like coppery, if you know what I mean. But this is pure rose gold, if you ask me. I think it's really gorgeous, and once again, just look at that first coat. It is so opaque. Like this makes my heart beat faster. Like while applying this, I always mute the sound, like the sound that is around me when recording this, because usually my husband is at home as well. I'm listening to music, I'm reacting like firsthand to the polishes. And whilst watching this one, I was like, oh yes, I love it. I was like, not really like screaming, but I was definitely raising my voice, and that is usually a good sign. Even the husband was like, okay, that has to be a beautiful polish, I have to check it out. And he actually came like standing behind me to watch what colors I was using. Like he could hear by my voice, like my reaction, that it was a beautiful color. And yeah, it's totally opaque with the first coat. But then the second, or not the second, like the next color that I am going to swatch with you guys is called I Am Happy. This is a super pearly kind of polish, and if you guys know me, I'm not a big fan of pearly colors because usually they are quite sheer. Like most of the pearly kind of polishes that I have used are very sheer, they're very see-through, and I don't like them. But as you can see here, this one is actually really opaque. It definitely needs like a second coat to be completely opaque, and try not to overwork this polish, because once again, pearly colors and like metallic colors and stuff like that, like finishes like that, can be a little streaky, and you can definitely see your brush strokes. So don't try to overwork it, and if you do have some brush strokes, just add a decent layer of top coat afterwards, because that can usually fix like the most deep like brush strokes, if you know what I mean. So these strokes won't be as visible, like at least from a little bit further distance. Like we're really up close and personal here, people, you know, like nobody looks at my nails from like 5 centimeters away from the eyes. But you know, we're family. You can be really up close and personal to my nails, because I love sharing with you guys all of my tips and tricks, and also how my nails look and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's really important to show you really up close shots of how I apply my nail polishes, and of course a lot of you really love this type of video as well. So definitely check out my nail polish of the week videos if you want to see more like full on in-depth swatches as well. I will definitely be using these colors, by the way, in upcoming videos as well. I really feel inspired to use them with like designs, maybe even for like winter nail art week and stuff like that, which is coming up in December again, which is a full week where I will do 7 days in a row of nail art designs only. So yeah, there definitely are some colors that I received from PJR Care that I think are perfect for Christmas. But the next color, which is the almost last one, actually the second last one, this one is called Know Your Power, and once again this one is super pearly, but it is quite a lighter and a little bit of like a nudish peachy kind of shade if I compare it to the previous one. I didn't even think of thinking of the color of the previous one, but that is kind of like an orangey brick kind of fall tone, actually really perfect for fall if you ask me. And it also looks really pretty if you would combine it with this particular color. But once again, it is very pearly, quite streaky as well, but very opaque on that first coat already. Like a second coat and a layer of top coat will definitely make this polish look its best. And yeah, I think it's just a really gorgeous color, and I do think that this is one of those tones that a lot of people will like as well. Well, it's actually kind of like pearly polishes. I feel like it's kind of like people love it or they hate it. I don't really feel like there's something in the middle. But yeah, I used to really not like pearly colors like these because as I mentioned, like a lot of them are very sheer. But if they are opaque like this, I actually really like them. I think they can be really classy. They have a very nice like glow to it, even if you can say it like that, kind of like a glossiness that comes from within. I think that's really pretty. But I don't know if this color is really something for me to wear all over the nail, because I have quite like a cooler undertone in my skin, and I feel like this one is a little bit too warm for my liking. So I think I will usually just use this one for nail art details or stuff like that. And I'm definitely curious if these polishes will stamp as well. I definitely think that the super opaque ones will stamp really nicely. But yeah, the final color already. This one is called Let's Create, and this is actually the color that I'm wearing right now. I've been wearing it for, let me think, almost a week now, and it is still on here perfectly. I have been working full time this week, like as usual actually, but I've actually worked an extra day, and it is still on there perfectly. Like, of course there is a little bit of tip wear, but that is just because I have a quite manual job. Like, I work with and in sales of construction materials, so it is a pretty heavy duty job, not only on my hands and nails, but also like physically. I have to carry around heavy stuff, you know. So yeah, I think it is quite nice to know that these polishes actually last really long as well, and that I hope it didn't stain my nails, but I haven't took it off so far, or I haven't taken it off so far, so I'm not quite sure. But it is a really nice light icy blue color. And once again, it is a little bit sheer on that first coat, and with the second coat it is still a little on the sheer side, but not as bad as I expected it to be. Once again, it has a very pearly kind of finish to it, but it also has a gorgeous like duochrome effect. I found it quite hard to actually capture that on camera, but it's much more like noticeable in real life. This icy blue color actually has a nice like lilac-y pinkish kind of duochrome effect. Like, if the light hits it perfectly, you can actually see that there is some pink shift going on in there, which is really cool. I don't have any other polish that looks like this so far, or at least not like a pearly kind of color. I do have like some shimmery polishes that are a little similar, so I think I'm just going to top it off with one of those shimmery ones just to spice my manicure up a little bit, because frankly I don't have enough time to do my nails again. But yeah, this is a really nice color. Once again, with 2 coats, this is the final result. So yeah, that were actually the 8 color polishes that I got from PJR Care. Do check them out. I will leave the link in the comment section down below. They are vegan, cruelty free, they are 10 free. Yeah, they're pretty much a really cool brand. They don't use any pigments like extracted from animals or something like that, and most polishes are 12.95 in euros. But yeah, this was the entire video already. Let me know what you think, which color is your favorite. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos.